The establishment of an integrated field requires three conditions. First, consistency of law. This refers to a state in which the frequency differences of each code remain within a resonant tolerance range, so that interference does not collapse into dissonance but instead operates in a reinforcing manner. Second, stability of form. The geometric configuration minimizes energy leakage and preserves internal order. Through this, the field persists self-restoratively even when exposed to disturbances. Third, consciousness retention. This is the capacity of the observing subject to sustain the phase of the field. The integrated field is not a purely physical existence devoid of consciousness, it manifests through a mutually dependent relationship with the observer. When these three conditions, code, form, and consciousness, are simultaneously fulfilled, the integrated field emerges as a crystalline order. Codes do not exist merely as abstract numbers or vibrations but are transcribed into specific geometrical structures. In particular, the golden ratio functions as a stabilizing parameter within higher-order code groups, enhancing the persistence of vibration. Golden ratio configurations provide a spiral order that infinitely approximates but never converges, becoming the key that guides the integrated field into dynamic stability. Geometric form is the very skeleton of the integrated field, the coordinate axis upon which codes crystallize. The integrated field does not instantaneously complete itself but is generated in stages. First, the stage of vibrational aggregation. Multiple codes interfere with one another, forming stable nodal points. Here, for the first time, a vibrational center that becomes the nucleus of the field is born. Second, the stage of form transcription. The aggregated vibrations settle within consciousness as geometric order. This geometrization is not a mere visual projection but a process in which vibrational patterns autonomously crystallize into spatial structure. Third, the stage of field fixation. The form established internally is projected outward, manifesting as an observable order. Fourth, the stage of sustained phase retention. In mutual reinforcement with the observer's consciousness, the field becomes a self-standing presence, maintaining a stable resonant space. Through these four stages, the integrated field crystallizes from a mere potentiality into a realized order. In addition, within the operation of the integrated field, the rhythm of observation and non-observation plays a vital role. In the state of observation, the outline and law of the field are clarified and order is fixed. Yet, as a trade-off, energy flow becomes restricted, and the room for transformation diminishes. In contrast, in the state of non-observation, form dissolves and the field temporarily loses its contours. However, its potential energy capacity expands, raising the possibility of recrystallization. This can be likened to a crystal that once melts down, only to recrystallize into a more purified order. Advanced consciousness operation lies in rhythmically switching between observation and non-observation, continuously regenerating the field. In this way, the integrated field does not ossify but functions as a living crystal, ever renewed. The integrated field as a crystalline structure is established through the coherence of codes, the order of geometry, the retention power of consciousness, and the reciprocal alternation between observation and non-observation. Within it is woven a systemic understanding where vibration, structure, and resonance are inseparably united. It is a universal yet dynamic mode of order that arises only when touched by consciousness,